Hello, welcome to Dollar Short Movie Reviews because it's going to be short and I'm always a day late. In this case, I'm about 2 months late. I'm Cood and we're going to be talking about Strange Darling starring Willa Fitzgerald, Kyle Gallner, and directed by J.T. Molnar. This movie is now available for rental and to purchase. Do not rent this movie. Don't rent this movie, dude. Don't spend the $7 to rent this movie. Buy this movie. I've seen this movie twice in theaters. I saw it once by myself and I was like, yo, I have to watch this with my co-host from Fresh Out, JC, to see what he thinks about it. And we were both in accordance. So not to spoil anything, this movie is about a serial killer and them hunting their prey, right? It revolves around two characters. One's named the lady and one's named the demon. That may give you an idea of what you're in for, right? It starts out, first scene starts out with hunting of the prey, right? And even when this movie is set up like Pulp Fiction. It's set up where it's in chapters that are not in order, right? But unlike Pulp Fiction where, because I did this as a child, you can watch Pulp Fiction in the order that it's supposed to go chronologically, and it's still Pulp Fiction, right? You have to watch this movie in the order that it puts it, right? Imagine this movie as if A24 approached Quentin Tarantino and said, hey, do you want to do a serial killer movie? The dialogue, so good. Story, original, and just you think things are going a certain way, then they change again, then they change. Spot on script. The soundtrack, it's like neon lo-fi. I would call it pink and purple vibe. It's so good, it fits, right? But the standout of this movie is the acting, dude. From actors that have been in lower level projects their whole career, especially Kyle Gallner. This is definitely going to take them up a notch to another level. Because after this movie, they have to get higher, like they're going to be on blockbusters soon because the acting in this movie, they had a good script though, but the acting in this movie is like jaw-dropping, right? You feel the characters, you understand the motivations, and sometimes not. Sometimes you don't understand the motivations. But like this movie starts out with, chasing prey, right? And then even when it gets into the backstory, because I think it starts out at like chapter 4 or something like that. But even when it goes back to chapter 1 or 2 or whatever, when it's slower in building, why is this happening in chapter 4, right? The dialogue is just so good. It's so good. It's so good. And so, with all that being said, if you are a fan of Quentin Tarantino or A24 or serial killer thrillers, buy this movie, dude. It's $20. Support these types of movies because we need more of these original concepts. We don't need more Marvel. I like Marvel, but we don't need more of these franchise things, right? We need original concepts that move you in a way, that make you think a little bit, right? And so I give so many props to this being an indie film. I would call it indie because it's filmed like an indie movie, even though they had a good budget. It's just great. It's great. And I totally disagree with the IMDb rating of 7.2 out of 10. I don't know what it was on Rotten Tomatoes, but it's probably wrong too. I'm pretty sure the audience score is higher than the critic score. But out of a 10, I would give this movie a 10. This is a classic movie. Like I said, I saw it in theaters once by myself, and I was like, yo, the next week I was like, once I saw that JC didn't see the movie yet, I was like, yo, I'll go see it again just to see his reaction. And so I've already purchased the movie to watch it with other people just because it's kind of like Barbarian, right? If you saw Barbarian by yourself and you know the setup of it, you're like, yo, I gotta watch this with someone else because they're not gonna expect the twists and turns that happen, right? This is that type of movie. This is great. It's better than Barbarian, but do not rent this movie. Buy this movie. Support original ideas, original concepts. 10 out of 10. This movie was a 10 out of 10. So it's available to rent or stream. Do not rent it. I'm Cood. This has been Dollar Short Movie Reviews. Thank you for watching. Strange Darling is now my darling of 2024. Best movie of 2024 so far, and I've seen a lot of movies this year. Best movie. Y'all have a good day.